Honor's highly anticipated flagship phone, the Magic 5 Pro, is now here in the studio and I want to do an unboxing and first look. So let's get started. So here we have the box. Honor Magic 5 Pro is what's written on it. On the sides, nothing. It's clean there. And on the back side, we just see some logos, IMAX Enhanced, DTSX, and some more. And on the top, we have some more information, CE sign, and some other stickers here. Anyway, let's get it open. And by the way, you see it's a thick box. So yeah, guess what? There is definitely a power plug inside there as well. So no issues with this. This is the phone itself. I put it aside first. And yeah, the Honor logo here. Let's get this out here. And it's a little card just saying Honor, nothing else on it. A little QR code, that's it. And then we have, of course, the SIM eject tool. We have a bit of paperwork and a case. So that's very interesting. So we have a little bit of paperwork here on a Magic 5 Pro, the warranty and the quick start guide, and we have a TPU case. So this is the flexible TPU case, but if you ordered your Honor 5 Pro in the pre-order phase, what you also will get for sure for free is this Honor case here. This is the official Honor Magic TPU case. And yeah, I got it. This is a hard shell case. I will also unpack this and will show you this later as well. What else do we have in the box? Of course, we have a USB Type-C cable, USB Type-C to A cable, as you can see here with the orange accent. This is USB-A here, and on the other side is USB-C. So this is definitely then power plug, 66 watt, as you can see here. And Honor Supercharge. So they downgraded a little bit from last year's Magic 4 series, which had 100 watt, now to 66 watt, but therefore they have like a larger capacity battery here. So USB-A plug, and yeah, let's put it aside and let's show the device itself. So I have the matte green finished device, as you can see here. And actually it looks a little bit more silver-like, very nice to the touch. It's a non-glossy material. You see the large camera bump with its triple 50 megapixel setup here, 100 times zoom. And you can see how the glass, the black glass, is raised a little bit towards the camera bump, which is pretty nice. Otherwise, we have the power button and volume rocker, nice and clicky. Some antenna stripes here on the top. We have, of course, an IR blaster, microphone, and a speaker. And then on the glossy bottom, we have USB-C. It's USB 3.2, I think. The double nano SIM card slot here, a microphone and another speaker, and that's basically it. On the front we have this pill cutout shape there for the front facing camera, plus the 3D time of flight sensor and the other sensor for the 3D face scan. And yeah, it is not so heavy, I think, as the Honor Magic 4 Ultimate or the Magic 4 Pro. And the camera bump is huge, and you can feel it immediately if I slide here around and take it in my hand like this. We have a screen protector pre-installed, as you might see there on the sides eventually there as well. That, oh yeah, I think it's good, but probably I will take it off later. Let's turn on the device and see if it has any juice. So Honor with all the Google Android glory, so no issues there with the Honor Magic 5 Pro. So as usual, you have the various different options here to log into your device. So I can set a fingerprint here. I can change the unlock method to PIN here. And then I have the possibility to use the fingerprint. The fingerprint reader is quite on the bottom here, even I think lower than on the Magic 4 Ultimate for some reason, and it's an optical fingerprint scanner in contrast to the Magic 4 Ultimate, and I think even the Magic 5 Ultimate has an under display ultrasonic scanner, where this one here has an optical scanner. And yeah, it takes a while for the optics to scan your fingerprint, and it's done. And the same way you can also add face recognition. So let me get my super secure pin in here, get started, and have my face in the shot. There we see it. I have to twist it and turn it, and then it is set up. What you see is after you added a fingerprint, this little chip symbol here, because this device features a special security chip inside that is securing the biometric information, just like your fingerprint, your face data, and other data as well, which is a pretty cool feature indeed on the Honor Magic 5 Pro. When it comes to the operating system, you can see it has a smooth animations that you can use here for unlocking the device, for locking the device, which looks very, very cool. It's the default theme, by the way, if you have this green variant like I have here, as you can see. So very, very cool indeed. As you can see here, this is the default screen, the desktop basically. We have all the Google Play services here, Google Play Store of course. We have also the Honor App Market, which is basically like an unbranded version of Huawei's app gallery. And this allows you to do very certain things. This service is currently unavailable in your country, which is very interesting. So yeah, it is not available in my country. Must be an issue there with this device or my Honor account that I have here as well. Otherwise, when we take a look at the configuration, of course the screen has some various different options here. Honor was praising its screen, and it is a very, very comfortable screen, as you can see here. And we have a screen resolution that goes up to this very unusual number, 2848 by 1312. And we have also a screen refresh rate that can be dynamically going down to from 1 to 120 Hertz, or you can set it up to 120 Hertz, even 90 Hertz if you want a bit of smoother animations, or to save more battery, we have 60 Hertz. Talking about the battery, we have a very large battery, 5100 milliampere hours, and you can see here it will last me a long time. We are roughly at 46% now, and we have almost half of the battery full, and we have 10 hours remaining, which is very, very cool indeed. We have wireless reverse charging, so this device can also charge. I have my Honor charger here, so let's try out how fast it can charge up. And does it show anything? It shows approximately in 1 hour and 2 minutes it's fully charged. I'm not sure if I can set up a special fast charge for wireless, because I could do it with the Honor Magic 4 Ultimate. So let's try it again to see if it's showing anything. Nice loading animation. Yes, loading animation, and max 50 watts. So it is charging with 50 watts here, supercharging, which is not as fast as the Magic 4 Ultimate that is recording here right now, but still a very fast way of charging your device. So that's cool indeed as well. So let's unlock the device and let's go to the storage to see how much storage space we have here. 512 gigabytes internal space. You cannot upgrade it with a micro SD card or nano SIM card, a nano memory card or anything like this. We can see we have roughly 25 gigabytes used, which is I think okay, but there are some apps that you can delete for sure, like TikTok, Booking.com, Facebook, Netflix. Some top apps, WPS Office, Trip.com and TrainPal, and the rest are Honor apps themselves. I like the email client of Honor, which is pretty cool. I put them here, use it as my main email client. Then I have to figure out what's going on with the app market there. I know it's a rebranded app gallery from Huawei basically. And we have some app suggestions here, JoJo suggestions, as well as some apps here from Honor itself, like the Notes for Files app, which looks very modern, gives you some information about cards that you have here as well, like widgets that you can swipe on, and they will just simply open up here, showing events and other things, which is pretty cool as well. And there's Honor Elf Health installed by default and Honor Themes app, and you can choose between various different themes that Honor ships with. It will take a while for loading. Started first time here, but yeah, here you have the possibility to tweak your whole system the way you want it. So it's very familiar with lots of people who used Huawei or Honor devices in the past. This is the Magic OS 7.1 that they're using here on the Honor Magic 5 Pro. What do you think about the operating system? I will try out the cameras now that are very, very promising. As you can see here, new camera. Now you know you better. Intelligently recognizes everything here. Professional grade, simplified for you, movie grade video tones, location tags that you can enable if you want to. Okay. And we have motion sensing capture, which supports high-speed shutter, which allows you to capture smiling, jumping, running moments of people, cats and dogs. So very, very cool that we have this feature. Otherwise, what you can see here, the default camera for photos has this new look and feel with these little buttons here, very smooth animation, going to the ultra wide angle, going to the 3.5 times zoom. It's still focusing, which is fine. You can even go 10 times zoom, but now it's stopped focusing because I think 3.5 times is just a crop on the main sensor here right now when it comes to closer subjects. Otherwise, I will try it out now and will show you some sample videos. I'm recording now with the Magic 5 Pro's main back camera, almost 1-inch size sensor. Very cool. We get a nice background blur as well. I'm indoors right now because outside it's very gloomy and rainy, and this is why I don't want to go out. But what do you think about this as a first kind of impression here of this camera? Even in this dim lit situation, I think it's producing a cool picture here. Very nice and bright thanks to the 1-inch sensor, almost 1-inch size sensor, 1/1.12 inch size. Very, very cool indeed. 4K 30 I'm recording here right now, and we can also during recording switch to the ultra wide angle. And thanks Honor, you added buttons instead of a slider, which makes it so much easier to just switch to the lens, and it's zooming automatically out like to the ultra wide angle here right now. As you can see here, very, very wide indeed. You can even see my hand probably as well, which is pretty cool as well. Otherwise, what can I do? What can I show you? Zoom lens, quick test. So there we see a little bit of a mess going on, but zoom lens, I can switch to 4 times in this, and there you can see it's switched lenses, and this is like the setup that I'm using here. And currently you can see I filmed the unboxing there. This is the Magic 4 Ultimate that you can see there in this smartphone clamp. I can even go to 10 times zoom. And there's a hybrid zoom that they're using here. 3.5 times zoom is the native one. As you can see here, it's working quite nicely. There's the box, and there you can see some paper materials as well. So yes, I think the cameras should work nice indeed. So what do you think about the camera quality here in the first impressions video? And not to forget, 4K 30 frames per second also on the front cam. Sadly, Honor still has this limit of 15 minutes only recording. Doesn't matter if I'm recording here on the front cam with its widest settings 0.7 times, 0.8 times that I can also do, or even 1 times if I want to do, which is also pretty cool that they have this flexibility. Sadly, it has no autofocus, so if I am holding something close, I think it should not be able to focus. Is it focusing? That would be awesome. Autofocus. I did not read anything about autofocus, so nope, it's not really focusing, is it? There's no autofocus. No, I was just like, that would be too awesome to be true. No autofocus here on the front cam, but you can record 4K. 15 minutes on the front and on the back only, which is like, Honor, why? Just give us an option to disable this limit because it's very artificial. And if it overheats, just let it overheat and turn off. Then it overheats and turns off. About 15 minutes, really, in 2023. Nope, no 8K support on the back cam for those people who are interested in this. But what do you think about the sound quality? Also, I'm using my external wireless microphone here from Boya. Hopefully it's working fine as well. What do you think about the Honor Magic 5 Pro? When it comes to gaming, the Honor Magic 5 Pro offers a splendid performance here for all type of games. Even Genshin Impact is running very smoothly here without much of an issue. And we can see here also, yeah, also this game, Asphalt 9, is running pretty fine here. And we even have a gaming center that we can use here to have like a Game Turbo enabled. We just enable it here. And this allows us to boost the latency. Let's turn this on. We cannot turn it on. Gaming mode. Now we have gaming mode enabled. And yeah, this allows us to have certain better tunings for games. And as you can see, it's running splendidly. No issue at all with this game here. And I think we should win now. There we go. Wonderful gaming performance on the Magic 5 Pro with Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. When it comes to media consumption like videos, Widevine Level 1 support is here. So if you check it out, you will notice that on this gorgeous 6.81 inch screen, you have Netflix L1 Full HD support and HDR10 HEVC support. We have these nice rounded edges here that look really something completely different to all the other flagship phones, which looks very, very gorgeous, as you can see here in my hand. Of course, it's a matter of taste, but I like this, especially as it is very, very round and you can hold it very cool in your hand. Even in this very bright conditions, you can see it is still readable without any issues. So it's getting very, very bright. One of the best displays currently on the market, I would say, up with the flagships and the Galaxy S23 Ultra, iPhones and so on. So very good display from Honor on the Honor Magic 5 Pro. So let's check out the audio quality of those speakers. So in general, my impression is that we have a bit of bass here. It gets pretty loud for sure. Left and right speakers are firing pretty nicely, and you get a nice stereo effect for sure. The bass, I think I heard a bit stronger already on some devices, the Galaxy S23 Ultra and the iPhone, but nevertheless, I think this comes directly after this one. And it's very, very loud, very good indeed. So let's try out this TPU case that came bundled with this one here, because I had the pre-sale or applied for the pre-sale as well. And this is one of the cool things that you got with the pre-sale. This nice bundled this case, black case. And you can see it's a hard case, but it's like a bit softer. It's not so hard as a plastic one should be. We have a nice Honor logo there. Let's wrap the device in it. And yeah, it fits nicely. It fits nicely. It feels nice in the hand. Not so slippery as it was before. We have the nice Honor logo. You can see the nice texture on the case itself. It is of course not protecting the sides. You can see it is not so massive of a curve here, the 6.8-inch screen, as it was on the Magic 4 series, but it is a slight curve still. Reminds me a little bit of the Xiaomi 13 series that also has this kind of curve. Yeah, otherwise great design, I would say. It is protecting the display a little bit with the lip, yeah, hovering over the display a bit, and of course it's protecting this large huge camera bump as well, as you can see there. So I think it's an okay kind of case. It's open here, also the cutouts at the right positions, and I could imagine also plug in some larger USB Type-C things in here without any issues. I like this case a lot, and it's a bit better than the hard case that they shipped on the Magic 4 Ultimate, that is not so soft, and it broke at the USB kind of port here, where this one probably will not break because it's a bit softer and reminds me a bit of the Magic 3 Pro Plus that had a similar case from the look and feel. So I like this very much. What do you think about the case? macOS 7.1 has some cool new features, just like, for example, we have the new card system that are replacing widgets. So what I can do is just simply add some new cards, just like, for example, this weather card here, and I can add it to this page, for example. There are lots of other cards as well here. Learn about macOS tips, for example. JoJo's suggestions, which is like the option to see app suggestions that I had shown previously. Then we have the calendar that can show us reminders. We have watches here, clocks, contact information, files widgets as well, that we can directly jump to recent files. And the Notes app also shows us notes and to-dos, and we have some tips and tricks there as well if we want to have them. And of course the weather widget here that I showed you earlier. We have also classic widgets, which are the classic Android kind of widgets that we can use here as well. So very cool that we have this new kind of widgets and the old kind of, or new kind of cards, how they call, and old kind of widgets. Let's go to the home screen settings. What we can see here, we have the Honor search that we can enable and disable, which is like when you swipe down, it is like going into a search mode where we can disable stuff. And I think it's much more fluid than it was before here. It's nicely integrated into the system. We have the Google Discover feed here on the left, so just like it should be on global devices, or like most people like it. And we have some other settings. Sadly, I did not find a setting for an app drawer, which I think was there before, but not maybe on the global release. We have the possibility to lock the layout, to auto-align the icons. Otherwise, the icons will stay on the desktop. We can disable Google Discover, but don't have much of other options that we can turn on here. The card bar we can turn on and off, which is the option like to swipe to show the different cards. So yeah, extra widgets that we have here, which is also a nice feature sometimes if you want to quickly check your appointments without without even having one of those widgets on your desktop, but just quickly swiping up here. And it's running very fluid, especially with 120 Hertz that we saw we can enable here for all of its speed glories. Otherwise, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 and 12 gigabytes of RAM is like crazy. All the apps that I have here running, like even Asphalt 9 that I had running like ages ago, usually are kept open. In this case, of course, it decided to close itself. But other apps like here for the music testing, for example, my screen settings, and even older apps that I want to configure still usually are kept open, because 12 gigabytes of RAM is just like overkill for a smartphone, I would say. So it will not close apps so quickly with 12 gigabytes of RAM. And yeah, the Snapdragon processor is making everything running nice and fluid. Otherwise, we have the 5G option as well, so we can enable 5G. There is 5G support. There is device control support, which allows us to configure smart home devices. They were shown here, and which is very, very cool indeed. And yeah, we have some other apps here on a health, for example. If you want to use the infrared blaster, I think you have to go in here and search for Honor AI Space app, and this will allow you to also configure the IR blaster. Let me quickly do this here. Install it. It's quickly installed, I hope. And then I can show you that we can also use the IR blaster. Yes, I'm in Germany. Allow, close. Yes, I don't need a tutorial. IR remote here, and I can configure my IR blaster, have the possibility to configure various different Otherwise, we have the Honor Connect option here. We can view more, which allows us to connect. If I have Bluetooth enabled, connect to other devices. Like it maybe is detecting some other device. Yeah, my Magic 4 Ultimate that I'm recording here with, and I can just put it here. Doesn't support the collaboration right now, but in general this is how it would work, and tips and tricks give you like information on how to make it work. The Magic has new features here, talking about the Honor Connect smart collaboration features that you can have here for connected apps, calls, notifications, inputs, and so on. So very cool feature indeed. Magic OS 7, nice edition. This is the current version that I have running here, 7.1.0.124. Probably there will be updates coming out soon for the camera to improve stuff there as well, and for the whole operating system. Yeah, indeed, Honor is offering 3 years of Android upgrades and 5 years of security upgrades, which is also a nice addition for the Honor Magic 5 Pro. So what do you think about the Honor Magic 5 Pro? My first impression is pretty positive about this device, and I think write down in the comments section which other phone I should test this with, especially in the camera department, as this is like usually what I do. And I will check it out against the Xiaomi 13 Pro for sure. I will check it out against the Vivo X90 Pro Plus, and of course the Magic 4 Ultimate that I'm filming here with. So write down in the comment section other suggestions and questions about the Honor Magic 5 Pro. That's everything for this short little video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Until the next time. Bye.